Most seniors assume their daily walk is enough. A stroll through the neighborhood, maybe a few stairs at home, and they feel accomplished. But here's what almost no one tells you: staying active doesn't guarantee strong legs. In fact, many seniors unknowingly train the wrong muscles, while the ones that really matter quietly weaken. The muscles that help you shift your weight, control your steps as you turn, or stabilize you during a stumble, those are the ones that protect your independence. And when they start to fade, it's not dramatic at first. It's subtle, a little hesitation when stepping to the side, a shaky moment when lowering into a chair. Most brush it off until it becomes serious. Imagine standing at your sink, reaching down to pick something up, and suddenly your leg doesn't respond the way it used to. Or you're walking through the grocery store, someone brushes past, and your balance nearly gives. These moments feel small until they're not. And to many older adults don't realize they're warning signs until it's too late. Have you ever felt unsteady doing something simple, like stepping sideways or backing up? Let us know in the comments. Sharing your experience might be exactly what another senior needs to hear today. Before we reveal the moves that target these often ignored muscles, hit like and subscribe. These small clicks make a big difference for your health, and for someone else who may need this just as much as you do. Alden is 74 years old and lives just outside Flagstaff, Arizona. If you ever met him, you'd instantly notice his quiet confidence, like someone who's always been dependable. For 42 years, he drove the local school bus, rain or shine. He'd pick up the same neighborhood kids every morning, wave at the same crossing guard, and always kept a small notebook in his pocket to jot things down: grocery lists, tire pressure, reminders to check the oil. Aldon was the kind of man who stuck to routines. Even after retiring, he kept busy. He walked 2 miles every morning before breakfast, tended a small tomato patch, and always made it to the grocery store on Thursdays. To most people, Aldon seemed like the model of healthy aging. No cane, no major surgeries, and never one to complain about aches or stiffness. So when he tripped walking out of his local grocery store on a perfectly dry, sunny afternoon, it shook him to his core. There wasn't even a crack in the pavement. One foot caught behind the other, and down he went. He didn't break anything, but the bruising on his hip took weeks to fade. What hurt more was the loss of confidence. For the first time in his life, Aldon was afraid of falling again. At first, he thought maybe he was just distracted, maybe he was carrying too many bags. But deep down, he knew something else was going on. His doctor ruled out major issues, but during physical therapy, a specialist asked him a simple question: when was the last time you trained your deep leg stabilizers? Aldon blinked. He had no idea what that meant. Turns out, all those years of walking had kept his heart healthy, but didn't do much for the small, underused muscles that support balance, lateral movement, and joint control. Muscles that help you shift directions without falling. Muscles that keep your knee aligned as you pivot. Muscles that activate when you step down unexpectedly. Aldon had never done exercises for those, not once. And it wasn't because he was lazy, it's because no one ever told him they mattered. Not in school, not at the doctor's office, not even at his local senior center. And he's not alone. What happened to Aldon is happening to millions of older adults right now. People who feel healthy, active, and capable until one overlooked detail changes everything. That's why Aldon made it his mission to learn the right movements, not more walking, not heavier weights, but smarter, targeted exercises that retrain the leg muscles no one talks about. He's sharing his story now, so someone else won't have to learn the hard way like he did. Most seniors hear the same advice over and over: just keep moving. And so they walk, they take the stairs, they do a few squats or gentle lunges at home or in exercise classes. It feels good. It feels productive, and there's no doubt that movement helps the heart, the lungs, and even the mood. But here's where it gets tricky. Those common leg exercises, the ones we've been told are the keys to staying strong after 60, often miss the very muscles that keep us safe from falls. It's not that walking and squats are bad, they're just incomplete. Think about it this way. Walking moves you forward and back in a straight line. Squats and lunges train the big muscles like your thighs and glutes. But when was the last time you focused on the small, deep muscles that control your side-to-side balance? The muscles that help you react when you're bumped in a crowd, when you catch your toe on a rug, or when you misstep off a curb. These aren't the muscles you see in the mirror. They're quiet helpers, deep inside, working behind the scenes. And if they're weak, no amount of walking or squatting will fully protect you. A lot of older adults don't realize this until it's too late. The scary part: research from recent studies shows that seniors with weak stabilizer muscles are twice as likely to fall even if they're active. That means you can walk daily, garden, or even go to the gym and still be at risk, because these small muscles simply aren't getting the attention they need. And because the decline in these muscles happens so gradually, most people don't notice until a fall or near fall makes them stop and think. Picture this: you're stepping sideways to avoid a puddle, or turning quickly to answer the phone. Suddenly, your leg feels a split second slow, your knee gives a tiny wobble, or your ankle doesn't quite respond. It's that tiny moment that can change everything, and no amount of extra walking will fix it unless you're training the right muscles. This is why so many seniors who feel active and strong still end up struggling with balance or falling. It's not about how much you move, it's about what you're strengthening each day. Are you relying only on walking or the same few exercises for your leg health? Be honest, drop a me in the comments. It's a first step toward doing better, and stay with us, because next we'll reveal the simple, overlooked moves that target these hidden muscles and give you real protection. Exercise 1. The invisible step back drill. The invisible step back drill is one of those exercises that looks almost too simple to matter, but don't be fooled. This quiet little movement targets the very muscles that protect you from one of the most dangerous and often overlooked types of falls, the backward fall. When people think about fall prevention, they picture tripping forward or losing their balance sideways. But the reality is, backward falls are far more damaging. They catch you completely off guard, and they're more likely to result in head injuries, fractured hips, or serious spinal trauma. And here's the shocking part: most seniors don't train for them at all. Think about your daily life. How often do you step backward on purpose? Maybe you back up to let someone pass. Maybe you're stepping away from a cabinet or refrigerator. Maybe you're positioning yourself to sit down. These are all moments where your body depends on muscles that you're probably not training, because standard exercises like walking, squats, or side steps don't activate them properly. The invisible step back drill changes that, and it does so in a safe, controlled way that you can start right in your kitchen or living room. Here's how it works. Stand tall with both feet firmly planted. Make sure you're near a counter, table, or sturdy chair so you can steady yourself if needed. Now, slowly take one foot and step it directly backward, as if you're stepping off a curb or creating space behind you. Feel your heel gently tap down, then bring that foot back to center. Switch legs and repeat. The key is to move with control, no rushing, no wobbling. You want to feel those deep muscles engage around your hips, thighs, and lower back. Aim for 10 slow steps on each side, or whatever feels comfortable to start. What makes this drill so powerful is that it reconnects your brain and body to the motion of stepping backward. A motion many seniors lose confidence in over time because they stop doing it. By practicing, you build strength and coordination that can stop a backward stumble from turning into a dangerous fall. Few people train for this, but it could save you from the type of fall that sends thousands of older adults to the emergency room every year. Give it a try, and as you do, notice how your balance and confidence begin to improve. This simple step might be the one that protects your independence. Exercise 2. The ankle alphabet. The ankle alphabet is one of the simplest, yet most overlooked, exercises a senior can do to protect balance and prevent falls. It doesn't require any special equipment. It doesn't even require standing up. And yet, this gentle movement wakes up muscles and joints that play a critical role on how securely you move through the world. You see, your ankles are like your body's shock absorbers and steering wheels combined. They help you adjust on uneven ground, recover from small stumbles, and stay steady when shifting directions. But here's what many people don't realize. After 60, ankle strength and flexibility can decline fast, often without you noticing. Think about it. When was the last time you really moved your ankle in all directions? Most of us point our toes or flex our foot now and then, but we rarely give those joints a full, healthy range of motion. The result: ankles that feel stiff, slow to react, and unable to adjust when we step on a pebble, catch a rug edge, or walk across a bumpy lawn. And here's the dangerous part: when your ankles can't respond quickly, your body is forced to rely on bigger muscles and joints, like your knees and hips, to compensate. That's when missteps turn into falls. This is where the ankle alphabet comes in. It's incredibly simple to start. Sit in a sturdy chair, or stand near a counter. If you prefer to work on your balance at the same time, lift one foot slightly off the floor, and using your big toe as if it's a pen, slowly trace the letters of the alphabet in the air. Start with A, move to B, C, and so on. The letters don't have to be perfect. What matters is that your ankle moves in different directions. You'll feel muscles waking up that you might not have noticed in years. Then switch to the other foot and repeat. Physical therapists across the country, especially those working in senior fall prevention programs, are now recommending this exercise daily. Why? Because it improves not just strength, but also ankle mobility and joint awareness. To key ingredients in staying steady on your feet. And here's a tip: try it during TV time, while waiting for your coffee to brew, or anytime you're sitting for a few minutes. You'll be surprised at how stiff your ankles feel at first and how quickly they start to loosen up with practice. This small daily habit can make a huge difference in your ability to recover from slips and stay balanced on uneven surfaces. It's a quiet protector of your independence, and one that's easy to fit into your routine starting today. Exercise 3. The crossbody lift. The crossbody lift is an exercise that looks easy, but don't let that fool you. Beneath its simple appearance is a powerful way to wake up muscles that many seniors rarely use but desperately need. These are the muscles that help you move safely in tight spaces, sidestep obstacles, and stay steady when the ground isn't perfectly flat. In fact, they're the very muscles that failed Alden. The day he tripped stepping out of the grocery store. He wasn't weak. He wasn't clumsy. His legs simply weren't trained for the quick, stabilizing movement that could have kept him on his feet. Here's what makes this exercise so valuable. Unlike walking, which moves your legs straight forward, or squats, which work up and down, the crossbody lift engages your hip flexors and outer thigh muscles together, and in a unique diagonal pattern. This matters because real life isn't predictable. When you're stepping around a pet, avoiding a curb, or shifting to let someone pass, your legs don't just move in straight lines. They cross, pivot, and adjust. If those diagonal stabilizers are weak, a simple side step can turn into a stumble. The beauty of the crossbody lift is that you can do it safely from a seated position. Sit upright in a sturdy chair with both feet flat on the floor. Slowly lift one leg, bringing your knee up as if marching. Now, gently guide that knee towards your opposite shoulder. You don't need to force the movement, just a small, controlled cross is enough to activate the right muscles. Hold for a moment, then return to center and lower your foot. Repeat on the other side. Aim for 8 to 10 lifts per leg, or whatever feels comfortable at first. Alden made this move part of his daily routine after his fall, and the difference amazed him. He noticed he felt steadier crossing uneven grass in his yard. Stepping around furniture felt smoother. Even getting out of his car became easier. What changed? He wasn't just stronger, his legs were smarter. They were better trained to handle the unexpected. Many seniors think they need fancy equipment or hours at the gym to improve stability. The truth is, it's these small, thoughtful movements done consistently that rebuild confidence and protect your independence. Give the crossbody lift a try today and feel the difference as your body relearns how to move with security and ease. Exercise 4. The pillow squeeze. The pillow squeeze is one of those quiet exercises that can make a surprisingly big impact on your daily stability. It doesn't look dramatic, it doesn't make you sweat, but behind its gentle motion lies the power to strengthen a part of your body that often gets ignored, the inner thigh muscles, also known as the adductors. These muscles play a hidden but critical role in keeping your knees aligned and your body balanced, especially during small but important movements like standing up from a chair, turning to grab something, or pivoting to sit down. Here's the truth: as we get older, those inner thigh muscles tend to weaken, and we usually don't notice until it starts causing trouble. One of the first warning signs is that uneasy, wobbly feeling in the knees when you stand up or turn quickly. It might feel like your knees aren't as trustworthy as they used to be, as if they might buckle or hesitate just for a moment. That split second of instability can shake your confidence, and over time, it can increase your risk of falling. But the good news is that this can be improved with a simple move like the pillow squeeze. Here's how to do it. Find a sturdy chair where you can sit comfortably with your feet flat on the floor. Grab a soft pillow, something small enough to fit between your knees without forcing your legs apart, and naturally sit upright with good posture. Place the pillow between your knees. Now, gently squeeze the pillow by pressing your knees together. Hold that squeeze for a count of 3 to 5 seconds, feeling those inner thigh muscles engage. Then slowly release. Repeat this about 10 times, or whatever feels comfortable. What's special about this exercise is that it doesn't just work the inner thighs. It also teaches your body to control the movement of your knees in a smooth, coordinated way. This can help you feel steadier during turns, while getting up from low seats, or even when stepping into or out of the car. Alden, after incorporating this into his routine, said he felt like his legs were working as a team again rather than feeling disconnected at the knees. And here's a tip: you can do this while watching TV, talking on the phone, or even while waiting for your morning coffee to brew. It's simple, it's safe, and over time it can help restore that sense of trust in your knees that helps you move with confidence. If your knees feel shaky during turns, this one's for you. Give it a try and feel the difference for yourself. Exercise 5. The Barefoot Toe Grip Challenge. The Barefoot Toe Grip Challenge is one of the most underrated exercises for seniors who want to protect their balance and stay steady on their feet. When we think about leg strength, we often imagine working the thighs, the calves, maybe even the hips. But what about the very foundation of it all, your feet? The small, powerful muscles in your feet are your body's first line of defense against slips, trips, and stumbles. They act like built-in shock absorbers, adjusting with each step to keep you upright. Yet, most seniors have never actually trained these muscles, and over time, they weaken. Here's why that matters. As we age, we tend to wear supportive shoes more often, which is great for comfort, but it also means our foot muscles don't get as much work. They become lazy, and when your feet stop doing their job well, the rest of your body has to work harder to keep you balanced. That's when you might start noticing unsteadiness on uneven ground, or a hesitation when stepping down off a curb. Even your posture can be affected, because your feet aren't providing the stable base your body relies on. The Barefoot Toe Grip Challenge is a simple, safe way to wake up those foot muscles and retrain them to support you properly. Here's how to do it. Stand barefoot on a firm, flat surface like a wood or tile floor. You can lightly hold onto a counter or sturdy chair if you'd like some extra support. Now, spread your toes gently and then grip the floor with them, as if you're trying to pick up a thin towel or piece of paper. Hold that gentle grip for 3 to 5 seconds, then relax. Repeat this about 10 times. What you'll feel might surprise you. Many seniors who try this for the first time notice how weak or disconnected their toes feel at first. That's normal. With regular practice, your feet will get stronger, your arches will feel more supported, and you'll start to notice a difference in how stable you feel when you walk, stand, or change direction. Recent studies have highlighted just how important foot strength is in preventing falls and improving posture. Yet, hardly anyone talks about training these tiny muscles. Aldon certainly didn't think about it until his therapist showed him his challenge. Now, he does it daily, and he swears it's one of the small habits that gave him back his confidence on uneven ground. And here's a little teaser. There's one bonus move Aldon added to his routine that takes just seconds, but made a huge difference in how secure he feels every day. We'll share that at the end, so keep watching, you won't want to miss it. Six months ago, Aldon felt like the ground beneath him had become unfamiliar. After decades of being steady on his feet, from navigating narrow school bus aisles to walking his property line, every morning he suddenly found himself second-guessing simple movements. Stepping off a curb made him pause. Backing up to sit felt unsteady. Crossing the room when the lights were low made him anxious. That one fall outside the grocery store had shaken his confidence in ways he didn't expect. But instead of giving in to fear, Alden decided to get curious. He didn't just want stronger legs, he wanted smarter legs. Legs that responded quickly. Legs that adjusted when terrain changed or when balance shifted. So he started small, a few minutes a day, one new movement at a time. He didn't join a gym. He didn't buy expensive gear. He simply made space in his routine for 5 little-known exercises that worked the muscles no one had ever told him about. Muscles that don't make headlines, but make a world of difference around the knees, deep in the hips, under the feet, and through the core of balance. Today, Aldon walks with quiet confidence again. He no longer hugs the handrail when using stairs. He doesn't shuffle to avoid tripping. His stride is smooth, and his footing sure. He bends, pivots, steps back, and turns with ease. What he discovered was this: strength is only part of the story. Awareness, control, and coordination matter just as much, and they can all be trained, no matter your age. His legs didn't just get stronger, they got smarter, more responsive, more reliable, and most importantly, more trustworthy. That's what these movements gave back to him, not just mobility, but a renewed sense of independence. He no longer plans his day around the fear of falling. Instead, he moves through life with steadiness and peace of mind. And that can be true for you, too. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't need an hour at the gym. You need a few minutes each day, a willingness to try something new, and a commitment to protect what matters most: your freedom to move without fear. If you found this video helpful, if Aldon's story resonated with you, or if you know someone who needs to hear this, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, leave a comment with your experience, and make sure to subscribe. These simple actions help us reach more people with life-changing advice. And don't forget to share this with someone you care about. It might be the nudge they need to stay steady, strong, and independent, just like Aldon.